Every property for sale should be zoned for its particular use. People will buy or rent a property based upon how they intend to use it. But what is zoning and how does it work?
The way the zoning code is laid out is there are certain areas in the city where certain things are permitted as a matter of right. The city is broken up into various districts: residential districts, commercial, industrial, and each district has a list of things that you're allowed to do if you own a residential piece of property, a commercial piece of property. And if you want to do anything slightly different than is allowed, you have to go to the zoning board and get what they call variance to permit you to do something outside of that list of permitted uses. And at that time, there's a hearing that's required, and the community at that time can raise some objections, have testimony, whether they're in favor or against this variance.
The question is, are there benefits or advantages when deciding to zone?
I mean, behind the zoning code is basically this theory of land use that says certain uses are consistent with other uses. You don't want, a junkyard next to a hospital, or a steel factory next to a nursery, things like that. So you want to separate out uses, and that helps people maintain the quality of their life. Now you say, what are advantages other than that? I mean, I think you have to buy into this idea that the quality of life is related to the use that your neighbor kind of makes of their property, and you have to watch what goes on in your neighborhood.
The real estate business has been hit hard recently with the numerous problems in the economy. However, people are still buying and selling. But what happens when those people put up their houses for rent and are not available for the tenants' needs or to answer questions about their property?
The City of Philadelphia requires two things from a landlord. One is a business privilege license. Two is a housing inspection license or a rental license. If it's a duplex and owner-occupied, then they don't have to have the business privilege license. On the form you fill out for the housing license, it says, must have address within the city or agent must be in the city. Now, they don't mean a real estate agent. They mean someone who will accept service for the landlord, meaning if there's a violation, nuisance complaint, whatever. Well, a group of people came down after 9/11, bought a bunch of houses in Philadelphia, figuring to move here if there was ever problems in New York, and they used that address as their address so that it doesn't show up as a rental property. So if there's a violation, the violation is sent to the house of the violation. The tenant doesn't want to get in trouble. They tear them up, and they don't say anything to the landlord. Any licensed realtor who does property management must be a broker or under the supervision of a broker to manage property.
With the city starting to look into this situation, hopefully more solutions for this problem will be found. Maria Konidaris and Jennifer Reardon, Northeast Philadelphia, Philadelphia Neighborhoods.